Join me today as we bake and decorate, get into the holiday spirit, and I share 10 ways that I'm making the holidays a happier time. My boys had been begging me to get out all the Christmas decorations, but I decided to wait until a few days after Thanksgiving, and that's when we pulled everything out and slowly started decorating. And I've been adding decor and doing little projects ever since, but I did not do all the decorating on one day. I like to take my time and make it a fun thing to do during the holiday season, so it gets cheerier and cheerier here. And I joked that I'm turning the house into a Christmas winter wonderland, even though we live in Southern California. I also like to remove any decor that I can, so I'm not adding extra things on top of other things. I like to clear it out a little before I start adding more in, just so it doesn't get too cluttered and overwhelmed. A year ago, my mom had this genius idea to take a piece of cardboard and draw what looks like faux wood on it to put it on the stick part of our fake tree. And let me show you, it looks very real. So we just put it on there first. You could undo the tape, but we don't need to. Okay, now we put this. The cardboard just helps it to not look like a metal pole, and from when you're standing and looking at it, you can't even tell, and it looks a lot more real. Anyhow, my favorite thing to do is to include my boys while decorating. I know that this may not make my home look as picture perfect as it would if I did all the decorating myself, but to me, that's what it's all about. And here, Calvin wanted to put the top on, and let me tell you, he is extremely heavy for me to be holding him this long up here. This was a real workout for me. Aprons that we made. You wanna put it on? Another thing that makes the holidays a little bit happier is to use the sentimental decor that we've had for years, that we've maybe made throughout the years, or that has been passed down to us that has a story behind it. And every time we bring it out, we remember all the memories from when we made the decoration or past Christmases from when I was a child. And I just feel it makes the holidays so much happier. Figured out which light was out. There's actually a few more, but at least the whole strand is lit up. I like to go in an up and down pattern on the tree. It just makes it so much easier. We bought this tree and these lights around 4 years ago, so of course once in a while we have a light go out, but I prefer to put the lights on myself because that way if the lights do go out, I can just toss them out, but we still have the tree. And my hope is that we can continue using this tree for many, many years to save on money and also help the environment, so we can just get more and more use out of it.
Levi, this goes at the tippy top.
Christmas apron. I know. Oh my gosh. Little gnome sitting there next to it. Look at that. Oh. Yay. The third thing I'm doing this holiday to be a lot happier is to focus on having fun and less on having the perfect holiday. So if we have time to do some fun crafts, then that's great. And if we can bake, then that is awesome. But if we can't, then no big deal. We can always buy those things at the store if needed. And I also have simplified the things that I do during the holidays. So if it works out to go to a party, then we will be there. But if it doesn't, I try not to overfill my holiday schedule because I too want to have some downtime with my family to relax and actually enjoy this season. My good friend from Scandish Home, Noemi, gifted me this beautiful paper garland last year and I love it. I'm so excited. I get to hang it on my mantle this year. I'm so happy that we have this little area finished in time for Christmas so we can sit here, read a book, relax by the fire, and enjoy the mantle that we finished. I can link that video down below if you want to check it out. But next on my list is we changed the way we do gifts for the holiday season. So I only buy gifts for my boys, and we went from getting a whole bunch of gifts to about 2 gifts because then they get gifts from family and friends and things like that. But other than that, we don't do any gifts for anybody else except for the kids. This year we are turning our house into a Christmas village. I love covering this seat because it adds a pop of color, whatever the season is, and it's so simple and takes up almost no room in my decor box. Now I'm gonna put this on the table.
Okay, what's that mean?
Snowman? I think it's very important as a homemaker to make our homes cozy and warm and an enjoyable place to be in. And for me, that's keeping things clean, organized, and tidy, but also setting the mood. So every night I like to put on low lights, turn off the bright lights, and just set the mood for the evening. And also make our home a place where everyone wants to hang out and it's festive and fun, but it's not completely cluttered and overrun with stuff. So that's kind of the feeling I'm going for this Christmas. Very festive and colorful, but definitely not too much. We do add a little bit of decor outside, just some string lights, and I personally love colored lights. I just think it adds such a beautiful bright glow to our home, and it's sort of nostalgic as well. It reminds me of the 1950s, which I just love. No. Yeah, just straighten the bow though. Butter. Okay. Okay. We have this fun situation where I've added the Christmas decorations and we still have fall happening. So I'm gonna get rid of the pumpkins. I'm just adding these pumpkins to our compost bin because they're pretty much done for anyways. They've been out here for a really long time. I want to mention down in the description box, I'm going to add some small businesses that I love and some fellow YouTube creators that are selling some homemade products, some art, and also some recipe books and aprons, just in case you are looking for a special one-of-a-kind gift for your family or friends. I just want to share these wonderful small businesses that are all run by women. Also, the first 2 years we lived here, I hung the lights out front, so I'm very thankful that Grant was home today and could hang these lights. He's like Spider-Man here on the wall, and it just makes it so much easier because he's tall and I can do other things while he's doing that. So we're all working as a team, which actually makes this whole process really fun and in general makes it a happier holiday. Now we're shifting into dinner time, and this is how I always make dinner, which I should be more organized and have a meal plan, but usually it just comes down to throwing a bunch of stuff together, and I'm grabbing things out of the fridge and freezer. So I'm chopping up an onion and a bell pepper, sauteing that, and essentially we're making burritos here, and I'm just adding salt and pepper, and I'm gonna add some garlic powder on the onion and bell pepper, and I'm heating up a can of beans. I think they're kidney beans, and everyone is relaxing in the meantime. As we're cooking this, I'm adding some salsa, and we don't eat meat, so I added some faux meat in here, but you could easily add some real beef or chicken or whatever. And I'm just cooking it all up, and we're making burritos. This is one of the easiest meals. I kind of wish we had rice or something, but we're just working with what we have in the cupboard, in the fridge, in the freezer, because I didn't feel like running out to the store. And everyone loved it. I added some salad, lettuce, pre-made, chopped up clean salad onto mine, and it was a very delicious meal that was made in about 20 minutes. Another thing that I'm trying to do in general, but it also helps with the holiday season to just be a lot more cheerful, is some holiday baking. It's really fun to bake with everyone, but it's also really fun for me to bake by myself at night when it's quiet and I have the kitchen to myself. So here I am making some peanut butter cookies. They're super easy to make. I can link this recipe down below. And I just love it because usually we have all of these ingredients on hand and I can make these in about 20 minutes or so. Also, my mom gave me her old stand mixer that you see here. So I'm trying to use that to see if I like it. And if I use it enough, then I will be keeping that because I am trying to bake more things at home. I'm adding woodland creatures to my wreath here. I can't even say it seriously because it's so silly. But I'm getting joy in adding these little critters to this wreath. Call me crazy. Last year we got this light up wreath and I absolutely love it, but it's pretty plain. So I thought I'm gonna add some things that I already had and then I got a few more. It's my, oh, I love it so much more with the red in it. It looks so much cuter.
It's poppin'.
It's so cute. You know what? Sometimes you just have to do ridiculous things that make you happy. A few months ago, I did a video refreshing our kitchen. We have a 1950s kitchen and I added some homemade 50s looking curtains in the window and I decided it would be fun to switch this out for the holiday season. So I found more material that has a very Christmassy theme to it and I made some curtains. I was sewing these each night when I had a spare moment and it was just a fun thing to do, and this kind of stuff makes me so happy. I'm a creative person, so I gotta lean into that. So we switched these curtains out and I think they look super cute in this kitchen. Next on my list is to read a holiday themed book. So on my video, 10 Ways I've Become Happier, I started reading again and I love reading. So I picked a holiday themed book. And then the next day, my mom came over and we decided to do some fun crafting and just kick off the holidays with a fun craft.
I brought some hydrangeas from my backyard and they're pretty green with a little pink for winter. So I'm going to put them in a vase. But first I brought a bow and a spider came off on my way over to your house off the flowers and it scared me. I love this color. I love when they do this color. In the summer they're purple and pink. Yeah. And then this pretty, I'll stick this in here.
Looks so cute.
Yeah, I'll put this in front. Maybe this can go in front with the bow. Yeah, add a little color. You could do it in your house. Isn't that pretty? They're so beautiful right now. There you go. Happy little hydrangea vase.
With the kids at school and Levi sleeping, this was a great moment for my mom and I to work on some fun Christmas crafts. I found this little wood frame at the craft store and I thought I would paint it up, and then I decided to paint a little painting of Levi for an ornament. So I found a picture and painted a little cartoony photo of him and I put it all together and I'm going to give that to him for Christmas, even though he won't know, but it'll just be another memory to add to our Christmas tree. And then my mom is working on these little ornaments that she's made for my boys, my older boys, and now she's making one for Levi because she didn't have time last year. So this was the perfect time for us to hang out together, spend some quality time, and do some crafting. I thought it would be fun to share a little holiday home decor tour here. So this is what we've done, and this is how I turn the lights down at night. We have this little pass-through area that comes off of our kitchen where I just hung a wreath and added some material. Then we have our Christmas blanket, our Christmas pillow covers, and then our tree. I really did not add too much because I like to keep it simple. And then here's our newest sitting area. where we have our defined space now for hanging out in front of the fireplace and cozying up with a book and relaxing. So this is what it looks like this year. Thank you so much for being part of my Simple Living community. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button to join, and you can click right here to see 10 things I started to become happier. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!